Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the AZ Wildcats podcast. I am your host, Mike Luke, joined by Jason Scheer. We'll be hanging out with Jason Scheer a little bit later on. We will be getting into some shenanigans, but that is not for anybody to know. We have a lot, though, to get to on this show. We are going to talk about Arizona football. By the way, Jacob Franklin isn't today sponsored by somebody, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. Come on, Jacob Franklin. Well, there we go. OG's Flavoring Friday. There we go. But again, I want to give Jacob Franklin a big shout out real quick. Jacob Franklin, hop in here really quickly. All right.
I'm trying to work over here, Mike.
All right. Real quick, and we got a lot to get to this show. Trust me. We're going to talk Elijhah Badger, Javion Cole, a bunch of different stuff. Smelly, rainy Seattle, Circle K power rankings, everything. But Jacob Franklin, it takes a very special person to be able to deal with me. Jacob Franklin deals with me all the day. Basically, Jacob Franklin is the one person I have to be in contact with. Jacob Franklin, we very much appreciate it. But Jacob Franklin generally gets a 7 o'clock text message, sometimes at 6:55 from me saying, let me know when the links are in. But Jacob Franklin sent the links last night. You were the man for that, Jacob Franklin. I slept very well because of this.
I'm glad you were happy.
Now, what can you tell us about Elijhah Badger?
He's good. You told me that he wouldn't start at U of A though last year, so.
No, I said the previous year.
No. It was the last season that was played. You said no, he won't start here.
He wouldn't have started.
Yeah, take that, Jacob Franklin.
He's better than Jacob. He's better than Jacob Cowing, and I don't know how you guys don't see that. He's better than Jacob Cowing.
Jacob Cowing's had.
You should have gone with Montana because he's not better than Jacob Cowing.
You could have.
He is though, but we'll just
Jacob Cowing. I almost said Jacob Cowing. Jacob Cowing had over 2,000 yards and over 22 touchdowns the last 2 years at the U of A. Jacob Franklin.
Yeah, he also had a quarterback that wasn't a running back.
But wait a second, you had Jaden Rashada as well in there.
Who played 1.5 games.
All right. I'm just saying he's not better than.
Hey. Saul even admitted this on yesterday's show. Saul even agreed with me on yesterday's show. Saul said he's better than Jacob Cowing.
Well, Saul
I don't think so at all.
Saul also thinks Scheer is better than Noah. He's wrong. That doesn't mean anything. We will not take any of this, Jacob Franklin. Anyways, I was giving you compliments, and you come back with a howitzer to the face.
That ASU vibe.
Tell us about Badger, and so I'm just telling the people that you're just, wrong.
All right. All right, Jacob, it's okay. You are bringing the thunder, but we don't like that. Anyways, now, you know what today is brought to you by? I was doing Jacob Franklin's job. OG's Brands. Welcome to the PHNX Wildcat Show. Shout out to OG's Brands, the official sponsor of Flavoring Fridays. Head on over to ogsbrands.com to see their full lineup, including the newest gummies, the OG's Naturals, the Big OGs, and find out where you can find them or you can purchase. All right, now let's get to Elijhah Badger. By the way, Mary Ruth Farrell, who basically spams every single one of my YouTube shows about not liking me. We will talk about your critiques about me, Mary Ruth. But the great Mary Ruth Farrell. But Scheer, Elijhah Badger. If people have been listening to the PHNX Wildcats podcast, which they should have, then you would know that if he were to ever enter the portal, Arizona was going to be a very, very real possibility. Now, there's a number of connections. There are a number of connections here. He is obviously close with Bobby Wade. Arizona very much wants him. It's easy to sell him being, dude, look at everybody that's been across from T-Mac. You got a quarterback that can get you the ball. And whether it's Jacob Cowing, Dorian Singer, guys have put up real numbers. So we got to put that there. Arizona's got a very real chance here, Jason Scheer.
Yeah, I said it right when he entered the portal, and I think ASU fans thought I was joking. But he is very close to Bobby Wade. Mm-hmm. They developed a good relationship there at ASU, and Bobby Wade called him immediately, and they've been recruiting him. And, there's rumors where he's going to go where the most money is, but I'm not sure that's necessarily the case. If that is the case, he'll go to Florida, maybe Washington, but Arizona's getting him on campus tomorrow, I believe. And so, they got a shot. They really do. I mean, there's something to be said for a relationship that's already there in a very clear role at Arizona.
He's got a very clear role. And the other thing that is also the other thing that I think is also going to be very appealing to him is that Arizona very much wants him, and the players very much want him. A lot of times when you get players in here, then some of the other guys, like a running back, let's be honest here. If I'm not sure, and I have no problem with this, but I'm not sure how much Quali Conley probably wanted Damian Martinez to come to the U of A for reasons. I mean, I get it, but T-Mac wants this dude here. He makes T-Mac's job easier. And on top of that, Noah Fafita very much wants him as well. There has always been a connection. And the biggest thing that they can sell, and this is going to be something the coaching staff is going to sell him big, is that we've got that number 2 spot open for you right now. You want to be in the NFL in a year. It's an enticing option. It really is. And he gets to be with a wide receiver coach that he very much trusts.
Yeah, there's a big difference in college football. I remember when my dog. Remember when Arizona was recruiting extra wide receivers under the previous staff, and people were like, why are they recruiting so many receivers? Well, the recruiting guy at the time said basically that what you notice in college football is if you have 2 elite receivers, it changes everything. Right. Because teams don't have 2 elite defensive backs for the most part, unless you're like Georgia or Alabama or whatever. If Arizona adds Badger, all of a sudden, like T-Mac and Badger, someone is getting open. Someone is getting single covered, and someone is getting open. It's probably Badger, but he's going to also make T-Mac's life easier. It's very appealing. I mean, you have a good quarterback that you know that you're not going to get double teamed or whatever like you did at ASU. It's not a big move, obviously.
Right.
The position coach. There's a lot going for him.
And
as Alexis said, you don't have Jeff Sims on your roster.
You do not have Jeff Sims. We will talk about I got to put that in the notes. We will talk about Jeff Sims a little bit later on as well. Very good call, Alexis. Very good call. But the other thing too that Arizona felt from the beginning, though, and again, I need to be careful here. These situations, as we say, are fluid, but they 1,000% knew that they would have a real chance here. And tomorrow's going to be big. You look at the other schools too, and this is another thing that Arizona has going for it as well. You can literally sell him on that spot opposite the best wide receiver in the country with a quarterback that is going to be able to get you the ball. You look at Florida, you're probably going to have a freshman quarterback this coming year. You look at Washington, it's smelly, it's rainy, and it rains. You've also got a Will Rogers or possibly Damon Williams throwing you the ball. I like Damon Williams, but he's also not Noah Fafita. He's a freshman. If you're looking for a one-stop shop, besides just a Circle K, you are going to the University of Arizona. We will find out. But again, it's going to be an interesting one to find out here, though, Scheer, but they're very much in it.
Yeah, and like Joseph is asking, no, Arizona doesn't have the coin to compete. If it comes down to money, he's not going to Arizona, right? I feel comfortable saying that. He's going to go to Florida or Washington. But there's more to it than that. We're going to find out. Like, we really are. If it comes down to relationship, Arizona's right there. The fact that they're getting him on campus, in my opinion, is a big deal. They actually have a very nice weekend with visitors this weekend, and we're going to see what happens.
You got to remember as well that if it was all about there's a lot of dudes on this team that it's not just about money. T-Mac can make more money elsewhere. Just telling you, T-Mac could make more money elsewhere. But if you're if you want to make dollars by making sense, you might want to come to the University of Arizona, my friend. And as far as who Arizona would lose, I don't know. But
the portal's not open, so no one.
Yeah, but that's still something you worry about. Maybe you lose Montana, and then you've got although I don't think that's ever happening here. But then you got Malachi Riley in there as well. So
I don't want to sound like a jerk, but I'm going to sound like a jerk. Clearly, Bobby Wade wasn't wholly impressed with Arizona's wide receivers. Right?
I get it.
Because I can tell you right now, talking to sources, right? They got Murphy. We know that. They're going after Badger. We know that. I'm pretty sure they will I'm confident saying that they would take Badger and Keon Grays from Ohio State.
Wait a second. We were going to get to
I talked to some people.
You said last night they wouldn't take both. When
I said I don't know why they would, but they would. So obviously, besides T-Mac, it gives off the vibe, right, that they're not completely thrilled with Arizona's wide receiver group.
Let's talk about Keon Graves here for a second. Scheer, you were wrong on Keon Graves, my friend. You were wrong, although I was wrong initially on Keon Graves, so we were both wrong. I didn't even know what position he played at this point 10 months ago. By the way, shout out to your senior editor, Scott Schlittenhart, for breaking some of the Keon Graves news a while back. Arizona would 1,000% take the Ohio State transfer. Scheer tried telling me no last night via text. I have the text messages, Jason.
No, you're right. They have 12 scholarships, and they have a good amount of receivers. But again, obviously, Bobby Wade isn't thrilled with the group that they have. And I don't blame him. There wasn't a receiver like Badger is proven, right? The only proven wide receiver in camp was T-Mac, and A.J. Jones had his moments, and Riley had his moments, and Hyatt had the moments, but there's also moments where they disappeared. I think if you can add a player, like what's the worst that can happen, right? Keon Graves comes in and he's not very good, or he comes in and he's really good, and all of a sudden you have a 1 or 2 receiver when Badger and T-Mac leave.
And just because somebody doesn't play at Ohio State means nothing to me. That's why, again,
I don't care about that. That means nothing. Care about that. I want players that don't play at Georgia, Alabama, and Ohio State.
We will take Arizona. Our guy BBN, perfect example of this. Oh, by the way, this is something very important, and we need to be very clear about this. It is smelly, rainy Seattle, because the smelly part offends them more than the rainy part. So it is smelly, rainy Seattle. That is where it is. That is what it is. We need to be very, very clear about that. All right. So Arizona looking at 2 wide receivers. They would take both of them. I am very glad that Jason Scheer has come around on this. Very, very glad, Jason Scheer. Now,
I just get facts, Mike. That's what I do.
All right. Now we got to talk about Javion Cole. Talked with somebody that would know today. And got to be very, very clear about this. Javion, this is not an Elijhah Badger situation where how do I put this? Where you knew that you have a very, very real chance the second he enters the portal. Javion Cole, you might say, Mike, who's Javion Cole? Isn't that rapper that was in the battle with Kendrick Lamar and then dissed his? That was good. I did that off the top of my head too. That was good. That was funny.
Yeah. Okay.
Will you laugh?
I'll laugh at you.
All right, fine. That's what most people do, including Mary Ruth Farrell. But Javion Cole is somebody that Arizona very much is going to try to get on campus. He is really, really good. He played, obviously, for Brent Brennan last year at San Jose State. He can go pretty much anywhere he wants. He can go to Texas. He can go to Michigan State. Arizona has much of the same sales pitch that we have a number 2 spot open right opposite Tacario Davis. You know how I'm going to coach. You want to be in the NFL in a year, and they believe they're going to be able to get him on campus. Now, you get him on campus, anything can change. That's going to be a fluid situation, but Arizona is very much going after Javion Cole. We will see what happens. But again, he's going to be taking his visits. He's going to be going to Texas, Michigan State, and he's probably going to go to other places as well. But he would be very, very nice to have, Jason Scheer.
He's really good. I would be surprised if he comes to Arizona, to be honest. It's one of those positions, and we've talked about it before, tackle and corner are probably the 2 positions that are the going rate, the high rate in the transfer portal. He is a very good corner. He's visiting Auburn, Texas, Michigan State. You can kind of see where this is going, right? And what type of school he's going to choose. It would be awesome if Arizona gets him on campus. I'm not even sure they will. I think this one is kind of the situation where you hope you get him on campus, you hope you get him, but if you don't, it's kind of staring you right in the face as to why not.
But they are after him, though, and I felt that I did feel I needed to say that because I'll put it to you like this. About, 72, 96 hours ago, I don't think that they thought they really had any chance. They do believe they get him on campus now. So that means things are at least trending. If it's even not good, it's still trending there. So I very much felt that we had to address that one as well. By the way, the board is awesome. And I got to be careful with the board now that I am a mod on the board, is that if I put something on there, People over, like I said, Brent Brennan is, or they are recruiting him. They are recruiting him harder now. And then like everyone's like, oh, wow, are they not recruiting him at all before? Yeah. I apologize. I'm a little bit of a spaz, as many of you know. I will try to tame it down, but we will keep you up to date on that. J. Cole. We will call him J. Cole if he comes here, by the way, Jason Scheer. This is true. Okay. Now, let's see here. We're going to get to some more Arizona football, but first, should we talk about when should we do the Circle K power rankings? I am going to ask everybody out there, would you like to do the first 5 answers, the first 3? Do you want us to do it towards the end of the show? Do you want us to do it at the middle of the show? We will let you decide. But in the meantime, why not talk about Circle K? My number 1 Circle K is no secret. It is the one on 6th Street. I love that Circle K. Jason Scheer likes that Circle K as well. This is true, Scheer.
That's the one by campus, right?
Yep.
Yeah, go there all the time.
Very good people at that Circle K. All right, join Inner Circle for free by downloading the Circle K app today. Terms and conditions apply at participating locations. Visit CircleK.com for details. Again, check out this Circle K. All right, Andy Bryan is saying now the Circle K. Come on, if you don't want the Circle K now, then you got to hop in here because we're going to go the Circle K. And one other thing, Desert Financial Credit Union. Here's the deal. Our guy, Ben One White, he likes the fruits and the creams with OGs. We know that. He also very much likes the Desert Financial Credit Union as well. He is a very, very successful person, and Desert Financial Credit Union is here for you. When you open a new free checking account online, get $200 in bonuses. Get started by visiting desertfinancial.com/200. The Desert Financial Credit Union. Check it out. All right, listen. We're going to go our Circle K power rankings now because let's see here. We did not have enough people put in their opinion. We will talk about it right now. All right. Do you want to work backwards? We're going to do our top 5 Circle K power rankings, Scheer.
What is it? I mean, you didn't send me criteria, so I got a couple.
But just basically the one that when you think of Circle, or when you think of Tucson, when you think of Circle K, when you think of just everything that it provides.
Okay.
we're going to go 1. And we're going to talk about some other ones that many people in this chat have come at me about that I need your, I'm going the one on 6th Street, number 1, period, point blank. The A is right there. You go down 6th Street. You find athletes there. You find all kinds of cool people. I have seen Murph there multiple times. As a matter of fact, I have a video of Murph shouting out back the A as he's leaving. So I am going that number 1, Scheer. What is number 1 on your Circle K power ranking?
You know, if that's how we're going with the A in the background, the location, I'd probably go to that one the most. You know, I get out of practice, I need gas, I need a Polar Pop, boom, it's right there. That's the one that I go to the most in all of Tucson. So I'll match your number 1 with that. I think it makes sense.
All right, now Speedway. Oh, Speedway and Park is also a good one because that's also on the opposite side.
Oh no, I don't go to that one.
But that one also has
cheaper. If you're in the dorms, that's a good one.
That is a good one. That one also has cheaper gas prices, though. I do like that one a lot. Now, Scheer, what is your number 2? Because by the way, Circle K, people love this talk, dude. We went from 181 likes lives to 212 just with Circle K. And we're going to get back to sports, everybody. Promise.
Well, I'm going Thornydale and McGee. And the reason I'm going Thornydale and McGee, which is right by my house, is there's a Circle K across the street from a Circle K. Like they own the block, you know? And so when you have 2 Circle Ks staring at each other, that's a power move.
That is a power move. Now, where is this again? Because I do not venture that far north.
Thornydale and McGee. It is literally, there are 2 across the street from each other.
Now, isn't there one on Thornydale and Ina? Kobe Thiel keeps mentioning Thornydale and Ina. Where is the do you know about this?
No, it's Thornydale and McGee. It's Thornydale and McGee.
Okay. I've heard many, many good things about this, so I will not I cannot dispute this one. Now, let's see here. I got another one for you, Jason Scheer. I do not care what anybody says on this one. We will be I'm sure that by the way, Dennis Walsh, that's a very good one. My second.
By the way, that's right. It is Cortero. Thornydale and Cortero. Speed Wolf is right.
Okay. My second favorite one is, I don't care what anybody says, Oracle and Grant. Oracle and Grant is the epitome of Circle K. It is everywhere in the city. You can Circle K takes on all comers in every spot, and that's why I like the Circle K. Oracle and Grant, every time I go by there. Plus, it's got one of the bigger gas stations in the entire, I mean, there's like 95 fuel pumps at that Circle K. You get in, you get out, you can get those chips. And you know another reason that I really like the one on Oracle and Grant, Scheer?
It keeps you on your toes.
Another reason. That was where I first saw the first Inner Circle hat.
Oh, well, in that case.
Yes, that one is, I like Oracle and Grant. I do not care. We are for the people, by the people. What is your, what's your number 3, Scheer?
Shelby reminded me of this one. I believe it's Tangerine and Lon Adams. It's out there in Miranda. Now, hear me out, because I know you don't go that far.
No.
Everything is automated. Like, everything. It's you want to buy stuff automated. You want food. It's all automated. It's weird. It's the only one in, like, the area that's automated. It's very futuristic. It's where Circle K's are headed, and that one's already there.
Interesting. So it's fully automated. Where is this again?
Lon Adams and Tangerine. It's out there in Marana. You probably have never been there.
I have never even heard of
it. Erica knows where that is. Gladden Farms.
Gladden Farms. I've never even heard of this one.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to go with an outside the box one because this is my list, not your list. Oh, BCAT, you knew where I was going with this. Sabino Canyon and Snyder. Now, that is way to the east side. I grew up way on the east side. That one is awesome. There's like this little windy hill that you go down, and guess what? Guess what you find at the bank of the windy hill? The K.
Unbelievable.
It is. You should check this one out sometime if you're really, really on the far east side, which is probably not going to happen. But that is a very good one, BCAT. I've been to that one many, many times. We're going to get back to sports. Don't worry. But I wanted to talk about this. Do not worry. But that is
at 3. Should we stop at 3? Should we just stop at 3?
We're going to stop at 3. But that's our Circle K power rankings, though. And I do like the one on Ajo and 6th. Yeah, that's not a bad one either.
Well, I mean, there's a lot. The one on Thornydale and Tangerine is awesome. I go there all the time. That's very nice.
Yeah,
you know,
there's a lot of good ones, but that's our list, though. I would not leave off the Oracle and Grant one, though, because that is very, very good. Either way, Circle K, we like Circle K. That's why we're part of the Inner Circle. All right, let's get back to a little bit of Arizona football, though. Arizona football, Jason Scheer, because people, I think, are tuning in to talk about Arizona football. All right. Now, we got to address the elephant in the room without addressing the elephant in the room. There was obviously K-Gun 9 with some of the most interesting reporting I've ever seen. By now, you know that there was a house party off of the U of A, and there was a shooting that occurred. And do you want to read what K-Gun 9 said? This is very good.
I mean, I know. Apparently, I know more than K-Gun 9 just by talking to people. Hopefully, the police don't call me. But K-Gun 9 basically said there's 4 players involved in a shooting. They didn't, and there was a search warrant. Like, they weren't involved in a shooting. I know I can't say too many details, but we can confirm this.
Private investigator Jason Scheer.
There were 3 players that rent the home where the shooting took place. Mm-hmm. It was a post-spring practice party. There were a lot of athletes there. Basically, what I understand, and enough people told me this that I feel confident in saying, is that more than a couple people showed up and were turned away. Mm-hmm. And they got mad. They went home. They got some guns. They came back. They shot up the place. There may or may not have been a person in the house that was carrying a gun and returned fire. And that's where the investigation is coming in right now.
See, I don't understand why if I got turned away from parties, every party I tried to go to at the U of A, why are you?
I don't believe that, Mike. I don't believe that.
Oh, no, I was very
true.
Someone
turned you away from a party?
What's that?
Someone turned you away from a party?
I know it's really hard to believe that. I get it, but I was turned away from parties. Mike wasn't popular. I was very popular.
Mike was too cool for the party. Plot twist.
Here's the thing: when I would go to the parties, every guy there would get upset because they're like, "All right, now I got to keep an eye on my girlfriend. She's just gonna be staring at Mike the whole time." That's why I believe that I got turned away.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right, there it is. Now, Kobe Thiel, why would I go to a party you're at? You're like 13 years old. So, anyways, all right. So we're going to keep you up to date on that. I would imagine this information will start leaking out from time to time.
I don't understand how they don't name the players. Like I ordered the police report just because I want to read it. I don't know if they'll get back to me. But like, how do you not name the players?
I don't get it.
It's like saying, oh, there was a murder across the street and involves someone's super high profile. That's it.
But my favorite one too is they don't want to name the lady's name, but they keep showing her face.
She's like, they don't want. That was great because I was watching a segment on TV and they're like, she doesn't want to name her name, but we're going to zoom in on her face. The night before, they had a student in one of those dark rooms where you don't see their face. It's like, I may not know your name, but now I know what you look like.
Right. Now. All right. So, by the way, I've had a lot of people that have reached out to me about my insurance, my car insurance. I am currently a free agent in the insurance market looking for something.
You don't have car insurance?
Well, I do until June 18th, but then they canceled me. And so they're, not ideal. Kia boys, I will have the last laugh with all.
Nice of Erica to join us after taking the whole week off.
Yeah,
nice
she did take the whole week off.
Yeah.
All right. Now, anyways, back to Arizona football. Obviously, you got to address the running back situation. We tried telling you Damian Martinez wasn't coming here. Scheer.
Yeah,
you believed that for a little while, though.
No, I gave them the benefit of the doubt that they thought they were in it. Clearly, they weren't.
All right. Now, Penny Boone.
Wow. Erica. Wow.
Oh,
we get her out of here.
I was going to say, Jacob Franklin, we do not swear on the AZ Wildcats.
Jacob, we get her out of here.
We do not swear on the AZ Wildcats podcast. This is true. This is true.
God.
Erica is banned in the comments. Jacob Franklin for the win. Jacob Franklin for the win. Oh, that made me laugh. That made me laugh.
We're waiting for the text now.
All right, we're waiting for the text. You're okay, Erica. You're still okay in our book. Now, so running back Penny Boone, a guy that I think that I liked, you liked, everybody liked. He will not be coming to the U of A. He is taken as well. So
I got a name. You want a name?
Let's hear
it. There's a guy that Arizona's picked it up with as of late.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know if he's on campus right now. I know they are working to get him on campus. His name is Kerr Kriisa from Ole Miss. He was a 4-star top 200 player coming out of high school. He's a dude. He would get significant carries.
Interesting.
Yeah, so they are all over him. He was a guy. He was a consensus 4-star prospect. Played sparingly. 2023 class, so he has multiple years. They basically recruited over him, and he said, "Peace out."
Is Jacob Crosby Merritt? Is Ja'Cory Crosby Merritt still mad? Is he still mad at you?
I don't know. I don't know. But
hey,
he's a guy.
Can we talk about that story? Can we talk about that story?
He just texted me and said, "Can you stay out of
my personal business?"
Yeah, I said, "Sure, no problem, buddy."
Right. All right. Let's see here. I appreciate. This is a great topic that I've been meaning to. I want to talk about. Appreciate y'all. What are Fafita's draft prospects? Here's my thing with Noah Fafita. I know he's 5'7". I get all of that. Don't care. This dude, if he defies the odds and he continues to defy the odds, why can't he get a real chance? And here's why. Here's why I say this. How many times do you see the ball knocked down at the line of scrimmage? Next to none. He also finds his open passing lanes. We're in a new era. We're in a bold and intrepid era, Scheer. Why can't he be an NFL prospect?
How do we define NFL prospect?
A guy that could be on an NFL roster.
No, I think he could be on an NFL roster. I'm just making sure we're not talking like, he's so good.
First round pick.
Yeah. No, I believe. Yeah. Why not? And here's the thing, too. Like, even if you don't think he's going to be a superstar, awesome kid, really knows the game, right? Like, he's going to be a benefit to your quarterback room.
Yes, exactly. And, he's going to be very good. Oh, let's see. I'm in the shower on my phone and y'all banned me. Oh,
there's a lot of women that watch this show in the shower.
There are a lot. I do not blame them. We have to shoo away women left and right when we go out on the town, Jason Scheer. We just do it at Bob Dobbs. They were coming up left and right, and we could not have any of that.
It was embarrassing.
Yeah, all right. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, though. That so is Arizona still in the running for this though? Sure, I have no juice on this one.
No, I think he's going to Ole Miss, I assume. I don't know. It's not like we're friends anymore.
All right, I was going to say you are definitely not friends. That is true. All right, now we need to get to the offensive line here. We need to talk about this. But first, Scheer.
Yes.
You know what we haven't talked about at all this entire show?
No. What?
The BetMGM Sportsbook app.
Oh, well, yeah.
I mean, and you act like you don't care.
I'm just, I'm rolling in my money from last night.
There is a very good point, because keep in mind, Scheer is a Knicks fan. And if you're a Knicks fan or you're rooting for or against the Knicks, you need to be on the BetMGM Sportsbook app. Here's the deal. Sign up for BetMGM, use bonus code PHNX, place your first BetMGM Sportsbook wager through the BetMGM Sportsbook mobile app for at least $10. You will receive $1,500 in bonus bets if the bet loses. Check out the show notes for details. And let's hear from T-Mac denier Shane Diefenbach with the disclaimer.
Bonus bets expire in 7 days. One new customer offer only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus only. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico. First bet offer for new customers only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. See BetMGM.com for terms. U.S. promotional offers not available in New York, Nevada, North Carolina, Ontario, or Puerto Rico.
All right, Big 12, Bobby, you will not be getting I deserve this tonight, because you will be getting one of those tomorrow. Thanks very much. Let's talk about TJ McConnell for a second. Is this not the coolest story ever? Like, seriously, I'll give you an idea. I had Coach Kevin O'Neill, the great Kevin O'Neill, on when I was back at the radio, and I asked him point blank. And nobody beat up KO on this show because there will be repercussions. But KO said, I asked him, I said, could TJ McConnell play in the NBA? And he says, absolutely not. Next question. And I said, why not? And he said, because he's not good enough. He can't score. They need players that are good enough. And he said he shoots a set shot. He looks like Bob Cousy. And I said, Kevin O'Neill, can I run by you again? You looks like you think that he might be able to be in the NBA. And he says, no, he could probably make a living as a middle tier European player. TJ McConnell just dropped 20 points last night and was one of the best players on the court. Jason Scheer, the floor is yours.
The cool part about that is, I mean, there's no denying he was playing like crap. That's he's like he was bad. And then in the biggest moment, he looked awesome. I mean, the play where he gets tied up, rips it from Bobby Portis, and then goes up and scores on the fadeaway as the shot clock expires. It's my guy.
Dude, did you see what Tyrese Halliburton said?
No, what he said.
By the way, he's really good, Tyrese Halliburton.
Dude, I'm so excited for this series. This series is going to be another good one.
Yeah, it's going to be a great one. It's going to be fantastic. But Tyrese Halliburton was like, listen, man, we know what he can do. He's just been playing like poo. And he said his wife was here. And I guess sometimes that's just what you need.
Yeah, it's like when you have a podcast and your daughter's watching, I feel like you raise that level a little bit.
Do you think TJ McConnell watches the AZ Wildcats podcast?
I'm assuming he watches it every day.
Yes. I would agree with that. I would like to see Ben Mathurin out there as well.
Do you think Jalen Brunson is going to give him buckets, though?
Yeah. Jalen Brunson's awesome. I don't know what else to say about that. Jalen Brunson is awesome.
Since we're talking NBA, even though it's random, Darvin Ham just got fired.
All right, here's what cracks me up about the NBA. And Charles Barkley made this point the other day. The players like LeBron, I like LeBron, but the players like LeBron are responsible for putting these crappy rosters together.
Yeah.
And then when the crappy rosters don't work, then it's, oh, well, we got to get rid of Darvin Ham. Dude. No. I mean, you could play the Nuggets.
To be fair, like, I take the Suns, for example. Do you think they would have been better without Frank Vogel?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Frank Vogel's trash. Like, I don't think Darvin Ham
they're still not going anywhere, though.
That's fair. Like, I don't think Darvin Ham is a good coach, but I don't know if a good coach would have had him beat the Denver Nuggets. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. But again, you need to put the blame where it's due, and it's due on these players that are essentially crappy GMs.
Sean Miller to the Lakers. Thoughts?
Hey, when you kept trying to remember when you kept trying to say that Sean Miller was going to be an NBA head coach?
I said that there were rumors that he would go to the Suns because he was friends with.
And then literally James Jones comes out like a month later and says this dude runs an arcade.
By the way, who won that one? James Jones. Good GM he is.
Dude, they had the third most wins in the NBA this year.
Yeah, he did great with that roster.
Yeah, but you do. Hey, true story. This is how much Jason Scheer loves Sean Miller. This is really
everyone.
No. But Sean Miller holds a very special place in your heart.
I haven't talked to him in quite a while.
I don't care. So Ben One White, our good friend Ben One White, who is also working for Jason Scheer at the time, posts on the board the James Jones article where he says,
I remember that.
Sean Miller runs an archaic offense, and Scheer called him within like 5 seconds and was lit into him. He's
That's
like,
not true.
That is true. That is true. We can ask Ben One White about this. Ben One White will
remember
confirm.
that. I really don't remember that.
You were livid.
I wasn't livid. I don't get livid.
You were livid. You were vivid and livid at the same time. Either way, Sean Miller, I think, will probably not be an NBA head coach. Are you at this point?
Yeah. No.
Where do we think LeBron's ending up? Knicks?
I would assume he's begging to go to the Knicks. You know, did you see the rumor for some random woman that claims that Philly? Because they have the money. And then he would go to Bronny would go to Villanova.
Bronny would go to Villanova, and LeBron would go to the Totree's in here. Hello, Totree. Interesting. I did not know that. Yeah, I think, dude, let me ask you this. Will LeBron be hated by Lakers fans if he leaves?
Yes.
Because they're going to be awful.
It is a very disappointing tenure there.
I mean, you got the title. I get it. But other than that,
yeah, still though,
you got a bunch of crap out of it. So we'll keep you in the loop on that. Now back to Arizona football. A player that we have not, and I think we can talk about this now, that we have not probably given enough love to, and we will continue to get enough love to, is all right. I'm asking about LeBron real quick. Oh, by the way, this whole entire show is driving Mary Ruth Farrell up a wall. She will comment on all of the YouTube remarks. I will not change for you, Mary Ruth Farrell. All right, but here's my take on LeBron. I don't want to be in a GM. LeBron is the second best player ever. He is, I'll never take him over Mike, but LeBron is the second best player ever. I don't even think it's debatable at this point. What say you, Scheer?
Yeah, I wouldn't take him over Mike, but we know a lot of people that would. Tony Jones,
the great Tony Jones even said, although I didn't like Tony Jones top 5.
No, but that's a whole different show.
That's a whole different show.
I like you, Tony, but that was...
we like you a lot, the great Tony Jones.
But it also shows how difficult it is to come up with the best 5 of all time.
But LeBron's the second best player of all time. He just is.
Yes,
that's what I will leave it at that. But anyways, back to Arizona football. Tai Uiagalelei. Now, we talked about him a little bit before. We got to talk about him again. This staff is absolutely thrilled with how he has played. And this was can we talk about this was a player that we were worried about?
Yeah, there were some.
I already did. Go ahead. You say it.
Yeah, there were some rumors with Tai. Nothing crazy. Just, there's a lot of money being offered in the portal, and there were people around him. But yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, he's fine. But he is going to be very, very good for Arizona this year, and they need him to be very good. So he's back. Obviously, he and Trey Smith. What are your expectations for Trey Smith?
I think he'll be good. I think he'll be better than people think. He really came on during the second part of spring camp. He's solid. I like him. I mean, I don't think he's going to go out and get 8 sacks, but I don't see why he can't get 5 or 6. You think
I agree with that. I think he's going to be solid. I think he's going to be solid. I think he's going to have a very much of a. I think he's going to be a little bit better than Isaiah Ward. How about that?
Yeah, that's fair.
I take that.
That's good. That's not bad.
Now, Kevon Darton. There's somebody we haven't talked about a lot. We got to continue to talk about it. By the way, Michael Jordan would absolutely annihilate it in today's NBA game. Now, I do understand the argument that he's playing against dudes like Jeff Hornacek and people like that. I get all of that. But Mike, where you can't touch him with the spacing that it is now, he's gonna get where he wants. And the crazy thing about it is that he is still, and this is why Jordan was so much different than everybody else. Jordan would still be as good an athlete as there is in the league today, 25 years later. That's what's just wild about Michael Jordan.
Could he guard Jalen Brunson? Probably not. Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that there's really any case. But that's either way, back to Kevon Darton. Kevon Darton, I believe, is getting a little bit not played enough. Now, again, I know that he wasn't here for spring. I get all that. But he's also a dude who he was all ACC second team last year. I mean, he's one of the best. And you made the good point too, Scheer. He was rated out as one of the best interior linemen in the entire ACC.
So, like, he's small. I mean, he is legitimately small. He's 5'11", 270. Right. But he is crazy fast.
Right.
Last year he started every game at nose tackle, 42 tackles, 8 for loss, 5 sacks from the interior. The dude's good. I mean,
he just fits in with what Dwayne Aquino wants. Dwayne Aquino wants them to get upfield more than just holding onto their blocks. And that's a reason. That's one of the reasons that I think BBN is moved on. But it's a different scheme. But Darton fits in well. I think it's going to be hard. I'm hard pressed to not believe that starting D line next year is going to be Darton, Chuba, Trey Smith, and Ty.
Yes, I think that's pretty much locked in.
I think that's pretty much locked in at that point. And you know what? I'm more than okay with that as well, Jason Scheer. By the way, go ahead.
They probably need another end out of the portal, but I actually think on the interior they're pretty good.
All right, Jeff Hornacek. Not the Jeff Hornacek that was on the Utah Jazz in 1998 would not have played in the NBA today. I feel very comfortable in saying that. Steve Kerr would not have played. What's that?
Yeah, he would have.
Jeff Hornacek for the Utah Jazz in 1998, 36-year-old Jeff Hornacek?
Oh, the 36-year-old one?
Said.
Hornacek, like, in his prime?
Hornacek in his prime would play. I agree.
Like 89, 90, Hornacek, he'd play.
Steve Kerr is also not probably playing in the is probably
That's
not.
Fair.
Yes, as much as we like Steve Kerr on this show. Fafita, I think Fafita is going to be here all 4 years. If you're Fafita, why not stay here all 4 years? He's only going to be a sophomore back the array. Do not try to push him out early. We want no.
Yeah, I don't know where he'd go. He's not. First of all, it's hard for quarterbacks to go early. Second of all, he wouldn't be that guy.
Right. Oh, by the way, I totally disagree with Short Buzz here. I want Badger all day over Grays. I like Grays. I'm cool with Grays. You take the dude you know.
You always take the proven player. Oh, it's like the comparison for U of A basketball, for instance, like Jason Sainin is awesome. Right. He's probably going to be good. But you know what you're getting in Caleb Love. And so the Arizona coaching staff would take Caleb Love in a heartbeat because they know what they're getting.
Okay, by the way, let's hear the great Brad Rich. Mike, your boy Frank Caliendo thinks I'm hilarious as I heckle you on the Twitter machine. So I'm hilarious. This is true. Thoughts? I see what you did there, Brad Rich. But again, I do not like your name, Brad Rich. 2 first names. You know how we feel about this. But now I do need to get another linebacker in here. I've got to get another linebacker in here, and I got to get more DBs in here. I'm fine at safety, but I got to get more linebackers here. I just don't believe that I just don't believe that opposite Manu, there's enough. I just don't.
No, they got to get one more in. And then I think they will. The Alec Marenko thing, whatever with that. But yeah, they're going to bring in one guy. There's not a lot in there, to be honest. I'm curious. I think they're in on a couple guys that they're being kind of quiet with it right now.
Yeah. All right. That's fine. By the way, all right, now we're going to get to a little bit of Arizona basketball recruiting. All right, now, Zona Germany. I agree with you on this, Zona Germany. Totally agree with you on still don't get why it would be in Sainan's interest to stay in high school if Love returns. Thoughts on this, Jason Scheer?
Because he doesn't want to.
Yeah, it's kind of
he wants to go get money.
Kind of what it comes down to.
He wants to go get paid, and that's it.
All right, now, we're going to talk some Arizona basketball recruiting. But first, I want to talk, what do I want to talk about here?
You want to talk about the ESPN 2025 mock draft that came out?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's talk about it right now. But first, what do we need to get out of the way? What housekeeping agendas do we need to get? OGs. All right, here's the deal. We all know, and again, Benwan White is hold on. Let's see here. Benwan White is a huge fan of OGs. Seriously, when we get around Benwan White, he does not stop talking about OGs. And that is true, Scheer. You have seen this many, many times with Benwan White.
He's obsessed with the fruits and the creams.
No, he really is. It's wild. And, Ryan Mitchell, you knew where we was going there. Very, very good. Now, check it out. But either way, Benwan White, Very successful man living in the sunny streets of California, turning down the ladies left and right because that's how cool he is. But here's the deal with OGs. You can, to learn more about OGs and what Ben likes, gummies, and where you can find them, head on over to ogsbrands.com. Must be 21 years or up to enjoy responsibly. True story about Ben One White in Las Vegas, turning down the ladies left and right, but we do know that he took some OGs before he went to bed, and he enjoyed it. He likes it. Check it out, OGs. Okay, here's what I don't get. And again, I'm not meaning to put her on blast, but this lady cracks me up. She goes on the YouTube all the time and complains about me. First of all, I understand I am not for everybody. I am a weirdo.
What?
I get it. I am a weirdo. Like, you watch me, and this is not a conventional. I am not a conventional. Well, guess what? We talked about this, and now let us redirect back to that before we talk about this, and before I give you my supposition on this. That is not how I deal with things. So here's what I get. So she comes on, and here's what she says. First thing is, replace the guy. And then she says, I tell it like I see it. He may be a good guy, but he's an awful podcaster. I don't care what the numbers here's my favorite one. I don't care what the numbers say. His show is all about him. He's irritating as hell. I'm about to ditch it. Now, I also think that I've been blocked. Well, clearly you haven't been blocked because you keep responding. And then I basically said, this is very, very good. Guy came to my rescue, by the way. He said, maybe he's a little quirky, but it makes it fun and interesting. Does everything have to be scripted? Blah, blah, blah. I will not change for you, Mary Ruth Farrell. You can continue to do that, and I will not change. This is, I don't know what else to say, but it's very, very annoying. And there is a weird name for a chief burner. That was actually funny. I will not change. Scheer, you can attest to this. You've known me a very, very long time. What you see is what you get. This is true.
Yeah, Mike is Mike. It's not an act or anything. Either you take him or you leave him. And a lot of people leave him. But
a lot of people leave him, but a lot of people but like I said, you know what? Sometimes I kind of wear on people. Wait till she hears me sing. Oh, I've not sing. I've not. Either way, I will not change for you no matter how many comments, no matter how many comments you make about me. Now, I do deserve to be made fun of, but that does not mean that I am going to take that and change. Scheer knows I will not do this. This is true.
Yeah.
All right.
You are who you are.
Now, let's talk a little bit of Arizona basketball recruiting. We've got to talk about it. We have got to talk about it. All right. First one that I want to talk about is Braden Burries. Now, with Braden Burries, Arizona has always felt very comfortable where they are, but Braden Burries has blown up to where he can go anywhere he wants. Literally can go anywhere he wants. I don't know what else to say other than the fact that Arizona still feels good, but we're kind of at a stage where you're going to have to play this one out.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys are kind of early on in the recruitment. Like, I think Arizona's in a good spot for Burries, but he's clearly in no rush. There are rumors of him reclassifying. He never did that. He's not going to unless something dramatically happens in the next few weeks. But he's a guy Arizona's doing well with. But yeah, I mean, you got to remain patient. I know that's asking for a lot, but this is going to be one of those recruitments that's going to play out, and I would expect Arizona to be right there with anyone at the end. He's
also very close with guys like Carter Bryant, Jamari Phillips. That is a very good thing. And that's also something, too, that we've got to give a lot of credit to Tommy Lloyd. Now, a lot of people came in and they're like, oh, this guy can't recruit. He can't do anything. Tommy Lloyd has got his footprint in Southern California, and there is no bigger name in Southern California than Arizona basketball right now with Tommy Lloyd.
Yeah, there really is. It's right. If you notice with Cronin, he might land Trent Perry, we'll see, but he hasn't been really recruiting locally over there, and Muss doesn't care about that stuff. Muss is going to go wherever, probably just a transfer portal only. And so right now, Arizona's the name in SoCal.
Arizona's the name, and that's also what's very enticing about it, is that Arizona is the name. Mick Cronin, not the name. I think that we can agree on that.
Who wants to play for Mick Cronin?
All right, who wants to play for? Yeah, exactly. Here's what's going to happen with Mick Cronin. If you're good, he's going to take the credit. If you suck, he's going to tell you that you suck. And he's also going to say that you're an idiot as well.
Yep, that's literally his game plan.
That is the game plan. At USC, Muss is a non-traditional recruiter. I believe that he...
You love Muss. Mike is the conductor of the Muss bus. Conductor?
So did USC upgrade, though, from going from Anfield to Muss? They did.
Did they? I don't know. And I don't even like Enfield, but I don't like Muss. You know that.
Yeah, 2 Elite Eights, though. Couple Sweet 16s at Arkansas.
Whatever.
Okay.
We'll see.
Cam Holmes. You and I watch Cam Holmes. I like Cam Holmes. He's Deron Holmes' brother. This is another dude in Phoenix, lefty, really partial to lefties. Very, very good NBA prospect. Somebody that's probably going to be somewhere in those Cody Williams type rankings when it's all said and done. Very high up in the rankings. Scheer, would you actually offer Cam Holmes?
Yeah, I think Cam is really good. I think he's a better prospect than Cody Williams was at the same age. Yeah, okay. I said it.
All right. I like it. Now, with now Arizona, this is going to be Arizona offered him very, very early on, but this is also going to be one that's going to be very fluid.
It's always fluid.
This is very
a lot of fluid.
Will Riley, I have nothing on Will Riley. Talk to me about Will Riley. I know nothing about Will Riley.
Will Riley's 2025 right now. If he stays 2025, I think Arizona has a really good chance. The rumor is he's reclassifying for 2024. It becomes significantly more difficult for Arizona to land him based on its class. That's when you'll see Kentucky and Arkansas kind of emerge if he goes to 2024. But 2025, I think Arizona would have a really good shot.
All right. Hey, be careful there, James. Be careful. It was a rough year for the Muss Bus, but you know what? Not everybody is infallible. Mike Krzyzewski missed the tournament one time as well. Just remember that. Eric Musselman coming back with a vengeance. By the way, Braun and Eric Musselman would have been absolutely amazing together.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That would have lasted. Either Muss is fired or Braun's gone.
One of the two. Either way, we'll see who has the longevity. Now, back the A-Ray. Back the A-Ray. Dorian Singer is at Utah. This is true.
Yeah, that's the latest rumor. I think it's going to happen.
That is that's going to be the rubber meets the anvil or the pavement. The
rubber meets the road, Mike.
Rubber meets the road on this one. If he catches for like 900 yards and 7 touchdowns, he was good. If he catches for 3 touchdowns and 400 yards, he was a product of, let's just say he's a product.
Jaden DeLora. Jaden DeLora made Dorian Singer. You could say it.
By the way, how about the hey, short bus, that was funny. How about the San Antonio Brahmas signing Jaden DeLora?
Yeah, good move. Like that move a lot for them. I'm a big XFL fan. Right. Just found out the San Antonio Brahmas existed yesterday. So
I didn't even know what a Brahma was yesterday. I thought it was a small donkey.
Yeah, so very excited about the upcoming XFL season now.
I'll get to Kerr here in a second. Now, one other name that we need to talk about, Tunde. I am not huge on Tunde as a player. I do not, and he is dropping in the rankings. That said, Arizona would still take him, right?
Yeah, I don't really know what Tunde's deal is, why he hasn't committed, to be honest with you.
Because he's going to keep dropping in the rankings, Scheer.
We're going to see him this summer, We're going to see him this summer at the Section 7, and we'll see how he looks. I like him, but I know why people don't. He's very polarizing because what position is he, right?
Well, let's talk about it. What position is
forward? I think he's a 3-4.
But he has no 3 to his game.
He's gotten a little better with shooting. He's weird. He's a weird process. He almost reminds me of a poor man Stanley, right? Because what position was Stanley?
Yeah, but I never bought into Stanley the way you did.
No,
you thought Stanley was LeBron, dude.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, but Tunde, I don't know why he's not committed to the U of A. He feels more like a top 70 type prospect to me if we're talking about
fair.
Yeah, okay. Now, Zona Germany, who has been blackballed from Wildcat Authority by you, you will not let him sign up. Why is Phillips falling? I am going to let you address this one, Jason Scheer, because I do not agree.
Because he hasn't played well. He just hasn't played well at all in a year. Now, again, Mike gets very upset with this. You base your rankings off what you see. And 24/7 went to go see him a few weeks ago, and I know a couple other people that saw him. He was playing for a no-name AAU team pretty much. He did not play well. You have to play well eventually or you drop. It doesn't matter what your name is.
This happened with KJ Lewis, though. This happened with KJ Lewis.
You want to compare KJ to Jamari?
You guys had Jamari rated higher than KJ.
KJ didn't fall that much.
You had KJ at 90.
No, did we?
Yes.
Oh.
Go.
Well,
yes.
I don't know.
Yeah. Do you want to take back that? You want to take back that remark?
No.
KJ Lewis was a gross missing foul.
That's fine. We had KJ Lewis higher than everyone else too.
Yeah, but they were all wrong. They should have listened to me, not you.
Sure.
All right. Either way. But Jamari Phillips, though, Jamari Phillips is going to be an interesting one. I will say this. I don't think there's going to be middle ground with Jamari. I think Jamari is going to be very good during his time at the U of A, or I don't know that there's going to be a lot. I don't see Jamari being here 2 or 3 years and being kind of good.
Yeah, I agree with you.
All right,
it's boom or bust with him.
Either way, sign me up as being Team Jamari on this one. But we will see. Now, Kerr Kriisa. Joseph. Here's where I stand on Kerr Kriisa. I want nothing to do with Kerr Kriisa because when it came time in the NCAA tournament, I don't care if he was hurt, whatever the case may be, he was awful, but that did not stop him from running his mouth. That is what annoys me. If you're going to run your mouth, you better be good. Period. Point blank. Scheer, what say you?
Yeah, I'm curious because him and Mark Pope have a little thing. Mark Pope loved him, recruited him to BYU.
Is it like a me and Dilly thing?
Oh yeah, almost transferred there at one point, and now they finally get to play with each other. So it'll be interesting.
All right. So, but you were ready. You would not want Kerr back in a starting role.
No.
This is true.
No.
Okay. No, yeah, I just don't like the guy. I don't want anything to do with him. Erica L. Day was the one that broke this news.
Yeah. Big job. I tweeted it. People thought I was joking, but we had boots on the ground. And anytime you have boots on the ground, you got the sources.
Now, Erica L. Day, you need to follow Erica L. Day on Twitter. She knows what she is doing. Preach, Mike. I will continue to preach, Andy Bryant. We appreciate you. All right, now, let's Brad Rich. That was funny. Okay, now, you would take him in Tempe. I totally get you would take him in Tempe. You would take Philly B in Tempe. By the way, Dylan, real quick. Dylan got the bag. It's official. Dylan got the bag. There was a bidding war for Dylan. How cool is that? Does Dylan claim victory because he got real schools into a bidding war for him?
Yeah, good for Dylan. He's going to start at the 5 for Boise. They have very high expectations. So we're going to find out. We're going to find out if he's good or not.
This is going to be a big season coming up for me. And
yeah, for you. Not for Dylan, for you mostly.
But for you as well. Because you think Dylan sucks.
No. I'm very confident in my assessment.
Yes. All right.
You're the one, career on the line.
All right. Now, real quick, I got all the reads out of the way, but check it out. Check out this PHNX thing, keeping it 100. Check this thing out. This is very, very cool. Look at these guys. Look at the time they are having in these golf carts. They probably got a Circle K on the way there, and that's why they're energized. They're ready to go. Look at these shots. Look at this. I thought this was Saul Bookman for the longest time. That's Jalen Conyers. Now, look at this. They're thinking about shooting a Totri, a Fathead. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. You could be part of this. Sign up. Jacob Franklin will be playing in this event as well. There is a lot of good time. Look at these guys, man. I mean, you talk about heaven on earth. It's not just Melinda Carlisle that said this. This is this as well. Keep It 100 Golf Classic. All right, Scheer, where can they find you doing your work? And me as a mod.
WildcatAuthority.com. At Jason Scheer on Twitter in the Wildcat Scoop podcast with Shelby.
All right. I've done a back the A-Ray. Very good. Totri Fathead is a par 3. His hair is a par 4. That's very good. All right. Now we're working on, this is something individually that I'm doing. Well, individually, I don't know. I'm actually tasking it with Jersey Devil with doing this. These smelly, rainy Seattle shirts look fantastic. Everybody out there, we need to support. I will get one if these are actually come out. Scheer, you said you would get one too.
Oh yeah, I'll get one for sure.
All right. Absolutely. All right. Anyways, we've done really good work here. Very much appreciate it. Eric, is that you? Eric. Oh, very, 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 very good. Keep doing this. Yes, we like it a great deal. That's the great part about it was the smell part. You adding the smell part was the greatest part of it because the rain, but you didn't really have the smell. Let's annoy Washington fans with this. All right. On that note, though, we did a lot of good work here. Circle K Power Rankings. Go to Circle K when you get a chance. But for Jason Scheer, I am merely Mike Luke. You have been listening to the AZ Wildcats podcast.
We all silly like the mayor.